Like Uncle Ruckus. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't agree with his. I don't agree with him. Okay. Um. Oh, Birds of Prey. Now, man, this movie so far. I think so far this is probably the best movie of this year so far. It's only been what a month and 2 weeks, month and a half, month and a quarter. I don't know, something like that. It hasn't been that long into the year yet, but Birds of Prey, I think Birds of Prey is on the top of the heap right now as it stands. Birds of Prey is very high. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you why why it may fall why it may fall pretty fast. Didn't mean to do that. I'm just trying to get this off my lip. Wasn't trying to do anything crazy. So, uh, what's the actress name that plays Harley Quinn? Margot Robbie. She okay. It's strange because I'll say this now. Um, I'll put it like this. I'll try and put it like this. If somebody else was given that script and asked to play that role, I don't think they could have did what she did, right? Because it's a different actor. So I think the flavor or and style that she brings to the character is needed for the movie. She makes the movie. Although there are some parts in there I think were unnecessary, where she looks in the camera and winks and things of that nature. I didn't. I was like, why? Why are you doing that? And also, I don't like the fact that every male. Now, look. Before I say this, I have not read. I have not read any comic books with her. I am not. I have not gone too deep into the story. I've only been introduced to the character in this way through the movie. I've probably seen the character once before on like an animated Batman. Okay, um, but there's just right now these type of movies, these comic book based movies are like super hot. They're on fire. People have been. I think if comic book movies was a really was a soulmate, it would be everybody's soulmate. These movies are on fire. They most of the time they're like they can't miss. You put them in a clinch situation and they're gonna make that basket, or they're gonna catch that Hail Mary pass, or they're going to try some other sports references. Just add it in there. They're gonna steal a show, whatever you're gonna say. They're hot. Now, with that being said, it may be easy for them to fall off with one because they're going to be scrutinized, but the love that the fans have for these type of movies is almost unshaking. Like a lot of people have grown up with these characters, and if they get it right, if the writers and the actresses and directors and all that, if they get it right with these characters and the way these movies are made, they're instant cult classics, which I think this one is. I think Birds of Prey is an instant cult classic. Now the cast is pretty good. I'm trying to think. I think there's one new face in there. I know Rosie Perez from Do the Right Thing, of course. Oh, is that her name? Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez is in there. There's another girl. She was in Cloverfield. I think that was her. Oh man, I should have did more research. I think that girl was in Cloverfield uh, with Goodman. I'm trying to think. And then the other broad, I don't know. I don't know where I've seen her before. I should have. I really should have did a little more research. But I don't know where I've seen her from. But the fight scenes, I'm gonna jump right to that now. Uh, I think I've said in other videos, I'm not a martial arts expert by any means. I'm not a weapons expert by any means. There's another thing. Yeah, they had all of them had all the bad guys seem to have submachine guns. None of them opted to get uh machine pistols. Well, they have machine pistols and machine guns. I mean, submachine guns, which means they're most of the, from my limited knowledge, most of those weapons in real life have smaller caliber bullets. You're thinking, oh well, smaller caliber bullet, but a bullet's still a bullet. Understood. I can agree with you there, but in the way that they're using them, they're not trying to necessarily conceal their weapons. Why would you have? Why would you use something that has uh, not as much punching power as say a rifle, a rifle would, semi-automatic rifle would have. Um, did I skip over something? Did I say what was the second reason I didn't like it? Because all males in this movie were portrayed as buffoons. Every single male character in this movie was was acted or looked like either a hole or a buffoon or both, which I don't understand. Maybe I can say this much: watching that movie, I think the level of estrogen in my body went up a little bit, just a little bit. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Doesn't mean I. Oh God, I'm gonna get myself in a lot of trouble. I feel like, but it's just you couldn't give any ally in the movie. You couldn't make any male character like semi smart. All of them had to be buffoons or a holes. Really? That's that, and the fact that she winks at the camera a couple of times is the only two things that I think I can find fault with in this movie. Oh yeah, and of course the her pep talk. Like, why is she doing pep talks? Oh man, but see the beauty. There's a lot of there's so much good. I think it overpowers those two things that I found. Those two things I've only found two things I didn't like about this movie. The rest of it is good. The fight scenes are good. The dialogue's not the best. It's not bad though. Um, Costumes really good. The setting good. Chase scenes good. There's action. There's some humor thrown in there. I do like the camaraderie though. Oh, the comedy is like journeyman level. Like there's one character named Huntress, and for like most of the movie, they're calling her the crossbow killer, and she's like trying to get it out, just like, no, it's not my name. I'm Huntress. Well, I just butchered the joke. I know I did. So you're gonna have to watch it to get that joke because it's done great, and I just butchered it. Let me go back to the fight scenes. There's a fight when she's found this bat. Now it's a softball bat. It's aluminum, or it could be a college rules bat or college regulation bat or whatever you want to call it. I think they're using wood now. I don't know, but it's an aluminum bat. What she did with that bat, I don't think I've seen in a movie before. I don't think I've seen that before. And it's not like I've watched every movie with every fight scene, but I don't think I've seen a bat be used like that in a fight scene. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the one character that I forget her. I forget the character's name, and I forget where I've seen her before. Um, I forget her name in the movie. Her name is like Songbird or something or other, something like that. Oh man, now when she's handling business and she's fighting, I love it because it looks like, from my limited martial arts knowledge, she looks like she was trained heavily in Taekwondo. The first thing she did was a side kick, and then she did a roundhouse, then she did a teep, and then she did an axe kick. It was all taught in Taekwondo. So that was amazing in itself just to see that. Um, and Harley Quinn herself, her fighting style was every time it felt like she was going to get into some type of altercation, I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen. And this movie is quite layered because there's so much going on. They're searching for this diamond. Uh, all the while, she's broken up with the Joker. She's going through that. So now there's like a list of they put a list of characters to come and try and get her for that simple fact that she's not with him anymore. Each one of those is funny in himself. But the main villain does a good job of, even though he is a buffoon, they actually make him a little feminine. Actually, now that I think about it, they made him and his sidekick a little effeminate. Like they had something else going on. Like they were more than business partners, or whatever you want to call it, partners in crime. Which I was like, I don't know if I like that angle. I don't know if I like that. I just don't know. I don't have enough context from the comic book to know if that's too far off or if that's right on the nose. I don't know. Like I say, I would just like to see more. I just like to see more. I would have liked to see more of a more. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now because the movie was good. I only have two faults with it. Um, I think what else happened. The crossbow thing was funny, but I think it was merely a gag because she can only shoot one at a time. She doesn't have a cool one where you can load like 3 or 4 arrows, and when you pull the trigger, shoots one, rotates, shoots another one, rotates, shoots another one. She didn't even have that. She literally had to sit there and load it each time she shot it, which is pretty ineffective in a fight. I mean, it'd be good if you can get that one shot off, but now you got all these other guys waiting around there, and then what you gonna do? Load, shoot, load, shoot. I think she had a little bit of. Her fight scenes were pretty good too. Her backstory was really good. That's another thing. They did a great job of building up these characters' stories. They did a great job of building them up. Except for no, I think they even told her story pretty good too. It was actually like aside, like I'm being 100% honest. Aside from those two faults I have, possibly three, but aside from those two faults I have, I think it was a well well crafted movie. I mean, I listed off everything I really liked. Like her outfits were good. All the characters out except for I can't. I really should have remembered her name, man. I really should have looked up her name if I did this. But there's one character. She's a singer. Oh yeah, that's the fourth fault right there. She was singing. This is a this is a Man's World by James Brown. Now, if you go and listen to that song, I'm sorry, her voice is beautiful, but she's not giving the right amount of soul or emotion. She's not giving the right amount of soul or emotion to sing that song. It I didn't like her version of it. So I listened to that song plenty of times. James Brown, that was a good song by him. Her singing it, no. Another thing, like most of the scenes he's in where she's running, I think I was so entranced because I'm just waiting for one of her breasts to pop out. I'm like, okay, here we go. It's gonna come. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Should have something a little more concealing on. Just saying. Just saying. And I think I've said this in another video, another upload I've made. Who's in the audience also the whole experience makes the movie as well. Now I'm watching it, and there's like a family with like 3 kids under the age of 11 behind me. People are getting. I mean, the guy got blew up at the end. Jesus, are you kidding me? A guy got blew up. Kid should not have been in there. I'm just saying. How do you explain that? Well, sometimes people get blown up. You never know. Hey, whatever. But I think it was a good movie. I'm going to rate it high. Except for those 4 things I mentioned. Like, that's it, though. Yeah, I'm gonna stick by this. As of now, this is the best movie of 2020. As of now, but it's still early. Still early, and I'm still thinking of all these other movies that came out the end of last year. So, but right now, this movie has the crown. Oh, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna try something new tomorrow. I'm gonna try something new tomorrow. Hopefully it works out.